Listen, make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I am back to talk about Carlos King. Honey, they is out here dragging Carlos King because Carlos had stated on his podcast that he doesn't clap back at people who say the worst things about him, and that he's willing to give opportunities to those who have criticized him. He also mentioned that he doesn't hold grudges. And we all know that, Melody has dragged him. Okay, she ain't said no names, but she dragged him, has some bad things to say, rightfully so, right? Monique dragged him, said that, he made her look bad, and he was, worse. He did her worse than the white folks, and survey says that's probably right, because she down to the Bravo. She back on Real Housewives of Potomac. But I told y'all, when it comes to the Monique situation and the Melody situation, those are two different situations. Now, did he do Melody wrong? Yeah, and we go get into that. Listen. Did he do Monique wrong? Probably, but then again, that shit was on Monique, because Monique is a liar. At least she used to be, right? Monique cared about public perception. That's why she was down to the Real Housewives of Potomac and told all the ladies that, her and Chris had an image of a beautiful black family, and he really wasn't fulfilling her needs. And she even gave Giselle, hating ass Giselle, gave her props too, and said that they played that clip where Monique had mentioned that Chris didn't like that, it would be her birthday and it would be all about her. And, he's a selfish, narcissistic, entitled athlete, right? Who needs the attention to be all on him. And I just feel like that's stupid. That's very narcissistic. It's like any other day, nigga, it's about you. Why can't her birthday be about her? So I knew they was having some issues around that time, right? I saw through Monique's perfect Patty image, right? We also saw some cracks in their marriage with Chris, threatening the Real Housewives of Potomac ladies. Y'all remember he said he wished he could jump into being Caitlyn Jenner and beat the hell out of all of them or something, he said. We'll say allegedly, but he said something, I'm paraphrasing. He said something along those lines. I was like, that was just really off. And before then, Chris didn't really, he seemed like a good partner to have. He was a provider. He would be at home with the kids, and, he didn't mind spending money. So for the most part, I had liked Chris. But I began to see the cracks in his character, right? So, yeah, I don't think that Monique can blame everything on Carlos as it pertains to her and Chris. I can't. Winter said that she had a bad experience. Y'all know Winter from Love and Marriage DC. Where the hell is Love and Marriage DC? I like that one more than the other ones he got. So it's like they just be dogging the shit out of DC, honey. Okay? Because we don't never hear from them. We always hear from these niggas, honey, down to the Huntsville, honey. They don't get no damn break, okay? Oh, Carlos also mentioned there will be more Love and Marriage Huntsville breaks. For what? What are we on, episode number 4 or 5? Like, y'all ain't did nothing. I think they stalling, child. They ain't got no content. Stop playing with us, Lo. Stop playing with the peoples. So, like I said, you guys, I can't fully blame Carlos. I know some of y'all want me to, but I'm not going to put all this shit with Monique and Chris on Carlos, because Monique also denied that they was getting a divorce. She said that they was working on themselves. This is before they got the damn divorce. They ended up going in that direction. It's like, girl, stop playing. Okay, so when I tell you Monique be lying, before Mia be lying, it was Monique that was lying. Shit, I came out with a whole series and another one. What was it called? Not One Life to Live. What was it? As the Light Turns, honey. Yes, I got creative with it. As the Light Turns. Because she just kept fucking lying. She lied about the fight with Candace. And, you know, she made it look like Candace was the aggressor when she was bullying Candace before any of this shit happened. And Candace walked away from her. And just like Candace said, she was going to keep doing that until she fought her. Okay? So, yeah. And Monique is happy that Candace is no longer on the show and she could still try to get, you know, Giselle's approval or be cool with her. So, they done got Candace up out the way. And Giselle, you need your ass cussed out because they said it was a BravoCon clip where she had said that Candace should like never be seen or heard from again, something along those lines. Like she should never, you know, she should go into obscurity and never come back. And Mia could be a friend of the show. Don't nobody want Mia's tired ass. Mia is tired, delayed through. She just teamed too much. Okay. She was messing with the integrity of the show. At this point, all of you all are, because you got Wendy in the damn fraud case, Karen over there, drunk as a skunk, getting arrested, going to jail. I mean, all of y'all messing with the integrity of the show. Giselle, you fake getting back together with Jamal. Okay, and why does Jamal Bryant's new wife look just like Giselle? It's like, god damn. What else? But yeah, I didn't like Giselle trying to put Candace down to the BravoCon. Girl, Candace was on and really, she brought a lot to the show. She brought that crazy ass mother, her interracial marriage to Chris. She brought a lot to the show. She kept the lights on. So Giselle, girl, if it wasn't for Monique and Candace and these other people, where would you be? Because you be the one without no storyline. Bloop, bloop. Okay. Listen, what else? Oh, we got Candy Burruss. Candy had mentioned that Carlos stole from her. You know, like, he wanted to do an escape biopic without talking to her about it. And she had just talked to him. And him and Todd was in business with each other. And she felt like he was a snake for that. And that whole thing went around. So Carlos is saying he never clapped back at Candy. I don't really have a dog in that fight. I don't think that was right. But what I did hear is people can do, you know, stories on R&B groups, you know. He even had that show with Todd, with Keely and Aubrey O'Day and Shamari, right? And those sisters, honey. Okay, I forgot. And I love the group. I forgot the group's name. If y'all know the group's name, put it in the comment section. Listen. Blueprint was the name of the group. Yes, I love that group. Carlos did a good job with that show. That was a good show. And they had a good album. Okay, Miss Robinson got those songs, honey. Listen. But yeah, that whole thing with Candy and Todd and how did I feel about that? Like I said, don't really have a dog in the fight. Didn't think that he should have did that. Do I think that Carlos can be messy and sneaky and all the things? You know, he's a producer. That's what a lot of them be doing. So I don't put it past him, but I'm just saying I'm not completely all on Candy's side either. Because Candy fucked up Real Housewives of Atlanta. Listen, she did, okay? By not allowing Phaedra to come back. Phaedra should have been allowed to come back season 10, and then they could have shipped her ass off. Okay, but we didn't get that closure because of Candy and her ego, and she wanted everything to be about her until the water ran dry, honey. Okay, and then the people got sick of her ass, and then she had to get off the Titanic. Okay, listen. I know y'all like, girl, you is crazy, but I'm just saying, she fucked up Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, because you ended up coming out with a damn dungeon tour. You ended up, and Phaedra, you need to sit your ass down. I was like, you only been in for about 2 minutes down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and your ass talking about, yeah, I'm the one, that encouraged Candy to be a good wife and to do all the things she did on Real Housewives of Atlanta. If it wasn't for me, it's like, girl. So I think that she included me in her speech. Candy ain't fucking with you, Phaedra. Did y'all hear Phaedra's speech down to the BravoCon? It wasn't a speech, my bad. It was an interview that they did with her there. Yeah, because both Candy and Phaedra was in the building, right? We see each other. They should have made their ass talk, okay? Shit. See, I'm saying, like, when we don't have that closure on these shows, it messes up the integrity of the show. Even if they wanted to fire Phaedra, I feel like they should have did that season 11. Like, let her come back for 10 and let's get some answers, and and then I don't blame Candy for not wanting to be bothered with Phaedra. I get it. She is a damn flake and a floozy, honey. But I get it. But it messed up Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Real Housewives of Atlanta never really recovered to me after that. It just got worse and worse and worse, right? Now, did Carlos do Melody wrong? Did he? Hell yeah. More than any of these other people. Okay? So we can talk about that. Yes, we can, honey. Okay? Because Martell should not have kept his job after that whole Revenge P thing. And threatening to put the video out there of Mel allegedly giving him fellatio, and then brought Ariana into the situation. That was so nasty and so rude. You already cheated on this woman for all those years, put her health at risk, embarrassed her, made friends with her enemies on this show. Like, what else? Then you still stalking and harassing, and y'all just had to go to court to deal with that. Like, Martell should have lost his damn job. So when it comes to Melody, I feel like he did so much more to Melody to snake her more than any of those other people. Okay? So the people feel like Carlos King defends the black women on Bravo while failing to protect the black women, specifically Melody, on, his show. And they're talking about Monique and Winter and look, who else? Oh, Keisha and Gucci. Okay, that was wrong too. That was wrong. And giving Selena Gucci's job. I feel like Gucci was there down to the Bell Collective first. I felt like Gucci fit the show more. She's a businesswoman. She fits with those women differently than Selena. To me, Selena is, I don't know, she's good for the show too, you guys, in her own way, but I just feel like Selena cares to fit in too much, and I didn't really get that from Gucci. I got from Gucci, like, I'm willing to hold my own, I'm willing to go against whoever, not because I'm a snake in the grass, but it's because I stand on business. Okay, y'all remember when she told Selena, my goddamn shoes cost more than your house. Like, when I tell you, I like reads like that. I love Keisha and Gucci's friendship. That is missing from Bell Collective. They had a really good thing going, and Carlos fucked it up. So he did fuck that up. Now, we can talk about that. That shit with Monique and Candy, that's a little bit different. But, yeah, he fucked up the Bell Collective. Okay? And then they keep getting 5 episodes per season. What the hell? This is one of your best. This is your best show right now. Shit. Can you act like it? Shit. And he claimed he ain't got a dog in the fight and everything is up to the network. But damn. Because Huntsville, it ain't hitting. Huntsville used to be that blunt that you passed around, honey. Now it ain't enough weed up in that blunt for everybody to get high. Okay, I'm just saying, listen. Okay. Shit. So yeah, he messed up Bell Collective. How he did Aikisha. How he did Willie, JJ. They brought so much to the show. Aikisha and Willie had a positive marriage, but Aikisha was not like Carrie. You know, she's just not a fill-in. It's I'ma give you attitude. That's good for the show to me. Carrie probably fits better with the girls, but Aikisha was giving you, you know, we saw how Letitia began acting towards Aikisha, and then Aikisha started cussing her ass out. We need that. We need somebody real, don't give a damn. I said what I said. I'm standing on business. We need that. I'm sorry. We need that. We don't need, like, to me, Carrie and Selena, they're one and the same in a sense. Selena was more interesting when she got into it with Gucci. Other than that, and then, you know, I do like her talking about her son on the show and, you know, bringing more awareness to what happened to her son, right? So I won't take that from Selena, but what else is she really bringing to the show? Nothing, not to me. Okay, so he messed up with Aikisha and Gucci. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Who did he really mess up with out of all these women? Okay, so far to me, it's Melody, Aikisha and Gucci, JJ and Willie. He did all them wrong. Just to have Selena on there, it was not worth it. It was not a fair trade-off. It wasn't. Oh, now speaking of Blueprint, the group, Cherish, the two sisters was from Cherish. Okay, I love them girls. I didn't know they was so damn talented. And I'm mad at myself, I forgot they damn name. Okay, listen. Let's see what the people think about Mr. Carlos. One person says Carlos is a snake with his chipmunk smirk. Another person says the lies in my Candy Burruss voice. Another person, he's such a liar. He sends his pit bull Cass to do his dirty work. Another person says Carlos King is the snake, the way he treated Candy. And Dr. Melody Cherie was very slimy. I'm definitely not a fan of his. And I'm not a fan of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Both should be canceled. Another person says Carlos is messy and likes to gossip. He doesn't care if he destroys families and friendships as long as he gets to enjoy the drama of it all. Another person says Carlos doesn't get dragged enough, in my opinion, because clearly he would change his ways. Carlos is still stuck in the early reality show days and don't realize nobody wants to hear about cheating and side chicks and side dudes all the time. Yeah, I told y'all, I don't know what he's going for as far as like presenting marriage on this show or, you know, on his shows, but to me, he like these toxic, hole in the wall ass marriages, child. Miss Robson can't get jiggy with that. Miss Robson ain't trying to be in the burning house, okay? And if I am, y'all call the fire department, okay? Please. Now the person says he doesn't clap back. He just sends the weak, the struggling, and the broken to do his work. He is a coward. He is a snake. Another person says that Carlos will never change. He is very evil for what he did to Mel. He refuses to take accountability. He's a true narcissist. I'm glad more people are talking about him. Another person says that Tisha said that Mel was fired because she wasn't participating with the group. And that came from the higher ups behind the scenes. But I don't believe it because Mel said she received a contract to come back. That doesn't even sound right. Didn't we just hear Carlos say out of his own mouth that Melody can come back whenever she wants? And he pretty much knows that they need her down to Love and Marriage Huntsville. That show is struggling. It doesn't have an anchor. It doesn't. It has a whole bunch of side characters. You know, that's pretty much what they have. So that doesn't, you know, and Carlos and Tisha, they was in the same room when Carlos said that. And it was that interview where Kimmy alluded to, oh, well, I guess the kitchen got too hot for her, but you got to be able to stand the heat. I'm like, shit, y'all be falling the fuck apart when it's time for y'all to stand in the heat. So make it make sense, okay? It's a mess. And we can't believe Miss Codependent, honey. Miss B leaving the damn scene. Just because she's asked a question, she will leave a scene and get so hurt and upset. Y'all remember the Black Expo, okay? They was, you know, trying to give her critiques and constructive criticism and feedback. She didn't want to listen. She's not strong enough. Okay, she just wants to be a monitoring spirit, and, you know, she wants to copy and paste her way through life, you know, and it's a mess. So I can't believe nothing that Latifah say. Now, let's shake a bone and get the hell on. In other news, we have Iyanla Vanzant returning to OWN with Iyanla, the Inside Fix. Okay, she's ready to help us heal. I can't wait for that. And in other news, we also have Papoose. He shows love to Clarissa Shields after her massive $8 million deal. I bet. And why does she keep bragging about Papoose? Girl, we happy for you. We happy that you got a good man, Savannah, that is attracted to your success and all that money, okay, that you over there making, because that's why his ass is over there. And it looked like I just seen her, guys, on live, and it looked like he was telling her to shut the hell up in the background, and she looked like she saw a ghost. Because, you know, she was talking about some situations that her and Remy had, right? But, yeah, it's like, girl, just stop bragging about that, man. I would feel real bad if Papoose plays her. Okay, I would feel real bad for her. Because, girl, you was my man. And Remy just wasn't a good woman. And she messed things up with Pap. And I told y'all, I felt like both of them was wrong. Okay, both of them. Okay, but I don't think that, you know, I don't think that Pap is a good dude like that. He do kind of look like an opportunist. He do. Okay. So, let's see what the people think about this child, because it's a mess. So, it says that the commenters poke fun at Papooses' enthusiasm for Clarissa Shields' $8 million deal, implying he's motivated only by the financial gain, while some jokingly say that he's upgraded from his current relationship. Is he still married to Remy? Did they get the divorce? Others speculate he facilitated the deal through his connections. What do y'all think? I think her talent is facilitating the damn deal. And I think he want to be able to eat off of her. What do y'all think? That's what I think. Okay. Child, they calling him a gigolo of the year. Get your hustle on. Another person says he wasn't making that kind of money with Remy, so he ditched her. Child, it's a mess. Okay, so ghetto and so hood. You know, ghetto, a little bit hood. Child, in other news, we got Selena Powell claimed that she's been with all three of Summer Walker's exes in her latest story post. It says, I used to smash Meech with your songs playing in the background. I never gave a fuck. I like your music, girly. Pop off at Summer Walker. Huh? How you giving her props and shading her and being so nasty and rude? Oh, and I had London on the track before you, Enrico Reclaire 075 and Meech all before you. Please shut the fuck up and just sing. Shut the fuck up and get back to work. Her words, not mine. Honey, she couldn't say that to me. I be done cuss her ass out. She knows she out of line. Okay, you out of line. And in other news, honey, we got President Trump is doubling down on his proposal to give everybody a $2,000 rebate check. Let's see what the people think about this. One person says the thing is he doesn't have the authority to do that. Congress and the Federal Reserve have to approve it, and the feds already said no. Another person says make sure only MAGA gets them. Laughing emojis. Another person says he thinks the 2K will save him after the files are released. And in other news, honey, we got Mimi Faust, my favorite, honey, from Love and Hip Hop ATL. She's not on the show, but I guess she recently spoke out about drawing a hard line when it comes to her daughter and Jocelyn Hernandez. Mimi revealed that she does not want her child around Jocelyn under any circumstances. She said her daughter can build her own relationship with her sister Bonnie Bella when she's older, but right now Mimi is focused on protection and keeping certain energies away. She even monitors everything when her daughter is in Stevie J's care. Look, I don't blame her. And as she puts it, I don't want my child around certain things. Mimi made it clear she will never sit down with Jocelyn, and they are not friends and never will be. I know that's right, because she gave Jocelyn so many chances to get her shit together, to act right, to be a healthy, co-parent, and, because Jocelyn used to be Eva's stepmama, okay? So, yeah, I just, I don't blame Mimi. I wouldn't want nothing to do with, with Jocelyn either, okay? Listen.